The Commentary Booth is a show for media lovers by media lovers just like you. If you want to support the show, go to jamiapsmedia.com. Welcome to the Commentary Booth, the ultimate weekly entertainment recap and review show. My name is Jamie Apps, and each week I'll be joined by a rotating cast of co-hosts to run you through the entertainment media we've consumed during the week. Along the way, we'll provide you with insightful commentary and reviews. This week I'm joined by a freelance social commentator who lists their favourite movie as American Psycho and favourite TV show as Peaky Blinders. Welcome back to the show, Blake Robinson.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're listening from.
How's everything over your way?
Same old, I guess. whatever I got going on at the time.
Get up to much over the weekend?
Well, I lasted all weekend without doing anything until right at the end on Sunday. Went and played a little bit of barefoot bowls. It's been a while since I picked up a bowl, and I reckon I still got it.
Very nice. Did you win at least? Beat Grady?
I actually think Grady went a little bit better than me for some reason. I think we let him. Yeah, something. I'll let him win. You know how it is. It's a good mate.
Nice. And you're watching the Masters?
Oh, I watched so much golf. How good was it? Loving it. Sort of helps that it's on at the middle of the night and I work night shift too.
Yeah, that's definitely a bonus for you. How wild was that, the hole-in-one on Friday?
Oh, no, I was in the practice. John Rahm, he skipped it across the water.
Oh, okay, so that's why he was game enough to try and skip it. It wasn't a tournament shot.
Yeah, no, it's just in the practice rounds on Wednesday, I think. Yeah, barbaric stuff.
The more I watched that video, the crazier that shot got.
Yeah, I don't know what, you just hit it and hope for the best in that situation. Not in a chance in the world did he think that was ever going to go in. But as it kept rolling on the green, getting close, I'm like, no way. Yeah,
when I first saw it, the caption was skipped off the lake hole in one. I'm like, yeah, righto. And when it skipped, I was like, okay, the hole must just be right there on the front side of the green. It skipped and then just took a big left turn. I was like, okay.
I've never tried to skip a ball across the water, but I can't imagine it'd be that easy.
Yeah, just skipping it was incredible, and then it just did this massive turn and roll. Well played.
I was actually, I was so bored on Saturday, just hanging around home doing nothing. And a bit of Masters fever, I actually rang up and ordered a new set of golf clubs. So that happened.
Whoops.
No, very exciting times, and hopefully I get them by the end of the week, and I can get out there next weekend and have a go. I haven't played in ages, but I'm just been so bored lately. I need a new hobby.
Hit Buddy up. He's a member of the Wollongong Golf Course, so he's out there nearly every couple of days.
Oh, really? Wollongong's probably a bit far-fetched for me. That's a pretty hard course. Got to hit straight. I've got to hit it straight first.
Start out at Calderwood or something where it's nice and flat and easy.
Yeah, I like Kembla. I play there, but that's pretty easy. Close to home.
Did you get to watch much this week?
I actually watched so much, man. I watched a bit of old stuff too. What I watched? I finally watched Mother for the second time. The first time I watched that, I was like, "This is just an amazing movie." But one of those ones where I've never built up the courage to watch it again because it just made me so uncomfortable the whole time of the film, and it was just a bit on edge. Have you seen it?
Is that the one that's the Adam and Eve story?
So it's got Jennifer Lawrence in it and
Javier Bardem.
Yeah, and so it's just that this couple, they buy this country house out in the bush. He's a poet, so he wants to get to this quiet house just to relax and write. And they're trying to have a kid, and he's got he's a pretty big, well-known poet in the movie, and so he has a big fan base, and he's very accepting and open to letting his fans into his life. So every time one of them knocks on the door, they sort of let him into the house and make them feel welcome, and eventually it starts getting out of hand, and there's ends up being hundreds of people crowd in the house, living in the house, and the Jennifer Lawrence character, his wife, gets over it, and like they're trying to have a kid, and they end up having the kid, and basically letting all the fans like share the kid, and everything just gets a bit out of hand and spirals into disaster. And it's one of those like just on edge films where it just stresses you out the whole time. Like, you don't know what's going to happen next, and everything that happens just makes you feel uncomfortable, gives you anxiety. It's very good, very good. Darren Aronofsky does it.
Yeah, it's called Mother because it's about like Mother Earth. It's got all these weird like biblical connotations, and I didn't pick up on it until right at the end, and then I was like, oh, I see what this is. It's one of those movies where you don't get it until the end, and it does need that second watch through.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, so it's been nearly a year since the first time I watched. I finally watched it again, but yeah, it's same feels. Good movie. But what else did I watch? I watched Gone Girl.
That's a great movie.
It's a classic.
The twist at the end makes that so much more incredible too. It's like, whoa.
It's a bit teeth grinding too, like the way the wife sort of puts on this sort of nice girl side and tries to bring him back into his life. It's almost like there is big sequel vibes, hey?
Yep.
Well, I wanted it to keep going just to find out how they end up in their relationship, who kills who first.
Oh yeah, that's a crazy movie, that one. I love that movie.
What else did I watch? I watched Gatsby again for the 100th time Sunday. Then some new stuff that you've been watching too. So we knocked out Fatman.
Yeah.
I'll give you the floor for Fatman.
Yeah, so we got sent the screener link for Fatman, which is Mel Gibson's new one.
Not out yet, either, is it?
No, it's out Thursday, so tomorrow, by the time this episode drops. And yeah, it's like this weird dark comedy where Mel Gibson plays gun-toting Santa Claus.
Well, he isn't Santa Claus, is he? He's more the Saint Nick character, like Chris Kringle. He's never in costume in the movie.
Yeah, he's like the undercover Santa Claus, essentially.
That's sort of what I liked about it. It was a Christmas movie without being a Christmas movie. Like, it sort of had nothing to do with Christmas.
Yeah, it takes all the like themes and references of Santa Claus and crappy kids getting given coal and all of that sort of stuff.
I didn't think I'd like it, to be honest with you. I watched the trailer, I was like, oh no, this looks a bit cheesy, but no, I actually really enjoyed it, eh? It was pretty full on too, like violent. I didn't muck around. Like, so much shooting and like a bit gory. I was like, whoa, this is actually pretty hectic. Yeah,
it's weird though, because it's like, it's got all those sort of Christmassy elements. It's got like a 12-year-old as one of the main characters, but then it has all those crazy violent moments. It's like, is this meant to be for adults or is this meant to be for kids? Weird in between.
Yeah, it's like this little bratty 12-year-old who's inherited his like parents' wealth, and he hires a hitman to kill the fat man. Which, yeah, it's because he got given coal for Christmas, a lump of coal, literally.
Yeah, and Santa, like, his business is obviously failing. Like, everybody doesn't really believe in him anymore, so he has to team up with the army. And
yeah, he sort of got a bit fed up, didn't he, with just giving kids presents for the sake of it, whether they're naughty or nice. So he went all out and gave 80% of the kids, all the naughty ones, that actually gave him a lump of coal for Christmas, and they all sort of turned on him. Everyone lost faith in Santa.
The assassin sort of plays into that idea of the bad kids getting given the coal because he had that happen as a kid, so he's like happy to go along with trying to take out Santa Claus.
Bit personal for him. I don't know who that character was. I've never seen him in anything before, but he sort of seems like he's a bit prominent in that sort of role in other movies. Hey, I sort of recognise him. I didn't.
His name's Walton Goggins, and he's in heaps of different stuff playing this. He pretty much always plays the bad guy.
Yeah, you can tell. He couldn't play a good guy. This looks shady.
And I loved all the twists on the elves, and
it was a cool take, eh?
Yep. Yeah, it's definitely a fun one in terms of the way it uses the Santa mythology and bits and pieces.
I was trying to compare it to another style of movie Like, so was it Logan, that one about Wolverine? Like, it was like a superhero movie, but it wasn't.
Yeah, a very sort of grounded superhero movie.
Yeah, a bit like something like Gotham too. Like, it's about sort of Batman, but it's not.
Yeah, it takes all those crazy elements and puts them onto an actual real life scenario type thing.
Yeah, I'd never even heard of it. Yeah, then I watched the trailer. I was like, what's going on here? Yes, I actually ended up enjoying it in the end. It was pretty cool. But yeah, he had this superhero strength. Hey, I suppose Santa would have to. But yeah, he couldn't die. They couldn't kill him.
Yeah, and he had all the like regenerative abilities and stuff.
Yeah, cool take.
Just a fun. It's a silly Christmas movie. Like, it's definitely not going to win any awards or anything, but it's a nice, fun Sunday Arvo movie.
It was a bit cheesy, but yeah, it's something different as far as Christmas movie goes. If you're not the biggest Christmas fanatic, definitely get into it.
Yeah, that gives a nice little segue into for our Christmas episodes. So what we're going to do come Christmas time, on December 16th and 23rd, we're going to do a big 2-part episode. We're all going to come together and each one of us is bringing our favourite Christmas movie and we're going to debate over which one is the best one.
Decisions.
Have you chosen yours yet, if you want to give it away?
I have, but I haven't. I'm tossing up between a couple, so I can't give off any spoilers yet. It's got to be right.
You're the only one that I don't.
Worth the wait.
There's been a couple of surprising selections, I'll say that much.
Yeah, I've seen a couple, but some absolute classics too that just simply need covering. Speaking of early Christmas, I've been driving around and slowly there's front yards full of lights. I'm not sure what the thought process there is, middle of November. I
think it's just a case of 2020 sucked, let's try and do something good.
Yeah, well, I suppose the quicker you make Christmas come, the quicker the year's going to be over, isn't it? So I may as well just get over and done with.
Yeah, everybody loves Christmas and they're all just like, let's move into the nice part of the year.
Yet to hear carols or Christmas songs in shops, though. I think that's next. I've got to go to the shops to Savo, so I'll no doubt cop something in.
I went to Lauren's house last weekend and her mum has already put all the Christmas lights and the Christmas tree was up. I walked in and was like, whoa, this is... Someone loves Christmas.
Yeah, huge. Yeah. Where's the warning? No, I know a couple of people with the trees up too, but yeah. Well, each to their own, whatever. I'm just getting over Halloween.
I did some of my Christmas shopping already, so...
Really huge.
Yeah, I'm well on top of it this year. The joys of being at home and...
Got nothing better to do.
Yeah, I'm just at home. I'm like, right, I'm just going to go online. I'm going to order all this stuff and it's going to be done. I'm barely going to have to leave the house. It's best.
Well, I guess I bought myself an early Christmas present buying golf clubs. That's how bored I got. I'll claim it.
That's true. I also did the same last week. Picked up the PS5.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing everyone getting those. How do you go with it? Have you been playing it?
Yeah, I've been playing quite a bit. So I haven't watched all that much this week.
Is it alright? What have you been playing?
Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Is there many games out for it? Because I was flicking through Harvey Norman's website and they didn't seem to have a whole lot.
There's not a whole lot of purely PS5 exclusives, but there's a lot of games that they're crossing over from the 4 to the 5, and then they have that up-resed higher quality version for the 5.
You got the disc one, didn't you? Have you tried putting any PS4 games in and testing them out?
I haven't put any discs in, but I've downloaded like stuff that I had from the 4 and they work fine.
They obviously up the resolution a bit, like updated them, have they?
Yeah, and then they run better too, like because it's got the solid state drive, it's ridiculously fast in loading stuff.
Is that a substitute for the size of the thing? Because the console's huge, isn't it?
It's massive. It's like my full torso.
What's their reasoning? Yeah. Like, a lot of people won't have room for it, like, where they're going to be putting it, like, in their TV consoles and whatnot.
Yeah, thankfully, I put mine, like, on my desk in the office. There's a big space next to the TV, so it can just stand up and it doesn't actually look too bad.
Does it heat up heaps? Like, is there, like, a big fan?
No, so that's apparent. That's apparently why they made it so big, so it doesn't overheat and make the ridiculous fan noises that the 4 was making towards the end.
Oh, yeah. I've been playing a bit of PS4 lately, and yeah, it heats up a fair bit. Yeah, crazy noises.
Sounds like it's going to take off.
Yeah, man. Like, I leave like the little console cupboard door open when I play, so I would burn the house down. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, they sound like jet engines when they start pushing. But yeah, like, I was worried. Like, I knew it was going to be huge, and I opened it, I was like, yeah, it's definitely big, but it's not the prettiest console, but it looks fine where it is.
What do you think of the white? Are they going to do a black one? They would have to, man.
Surely they will, because the 2 side panels pop off really easily.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if Sony comes out in a few months being like, for $20 buy this custom different color side panel and stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
But you can, a guy that I know from South Australia, he got his painted all black.
Yep, it looks sick.
Looks awesome. Looks really
careful what paint you're using so it doesn't eat into the plastic.
Yeah, he got like a proper computer modding company to come and do it.
Yeah, true. Yeah, sick. Even if you like got vinyl wrapping or something for it, like a matte black, that looks sick.
So I've had like a couple of issues with like crashes and glitches.
Yeah.
But it seems to be like most people are having these sort of little things, and it's literally just like the console will turn itself off and then it turns back on. It just says it has to rebuild the memory, but it takes like 30 seconds and it's fine. Like,
oh, really?
I'm assuming it's just some little weird software glitch that they'll push an update and...
Yeah, probably give it a couple of updates. So in a few updates time, it might iron out those cruises. It's always a bit like nerve-wracking, I guess, buying first release stuff. Same as iPhones, like there's always known issues, hey?
Yeah, but thankfully it doesn't seem to be anything hardware related. It all does appear to be software at the moment, so it'll just be a quick... I was a little bit worried with the size of the solid state drive because it's only like 870 gig or something, but I've got 11 games installed and still have like 20 or 30 gig left. I've got the original like Spider-Man remastered, the Miles Morales PS5, Call of Duty Black Ops, which is a huge file. It's like 150 gig or something.
It's crazy.
Astro's Playroom, which comes automatically installed. NBA 2K21, the PS5 version, another big file. Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, Vampire, Crash Bandicoot, Bugsnax, God of War, and PGA, and I've still got plenty of space left.
Oh, yeah, I was actually looking at golf games. Because there's a 2K and there's what's it? 2K. What one are you got? You got 2K and there's PGA.
Yeah, PGA 2K21.
I don't know which one's the best. Is 2K the better one?
Yeah, I'd go the 2K one. It's fun. And it's got all custom courses and heaps of online stuff. So
back when the PSP first came out, I used to play PSP heaps. So I had like Tiger Woods like 06, 07, 08, 09. Them games were sick. This is so fun. Golf games are so fun to play. Yeah, so 2K. Yeah, I was at JB the other day having a look. I was like, couldn't decide which one to get. And I was like, no, I have to look into it more. Yeah, that's definitely next game to get. Like that and 2K, NBA. You played 21 much?
A few games.
Graphics look sick.
With the PS5 upgrade, it's mental. Like, it fully looks like you're just watching a game.
Yeah, I've seen some of the screen grabs. Like some of the players just look so real, very real.
You know how like during a game you'll get like it'll cut to like an interview package with one of the players.
Yeah,
it has those where they've obviously just taken those videos, but they've subbed in like the proper computer generated player into that and then face mapped it.
Yeah,
it's wild. It's just craziness.
Yeah, I'm keen to get around it. I'm gonna have to wait till when January, probably February, realistically.
They've improved how quickly it downloads and installs games. Like I downloaded all 11 of those games overnight.
Yeah, really.
And they were all perfectly ready to go Friday morning. Switching between them with the SSD is really quick. You just flick over and it just jumps straight into it, maybe 30 seconds and you're into the game. Like, no sitting around waiting for it to load up for ages.
All positive so far.
Yeah, super positive about it. For anybody that gets it, highly recommend playing through the pre-installed Astros Playroom game, just because it showcases... The biggest thing with this console is the new controller.
Yep.
It is absolutely incredible next-gen technology. Like, it's got haptic feedback, so instead of just a regular rumble, it can vibrate in different ways, so you get a different feeling in your hands.
Yeah.
So in Astro's Playroom, it'll have you running across ice and then through water and sand and stuff, and all those vibrations feel slightly different.
Yep.
And then it's also got adaptive triggers.
Does it need recharge? Does it need recharging often? With all those extra features, you feel it runs out of battery quicker?
I haven't charged it since Sunday, and I've been playing a fair bit yesterday and today.
Cool.
And it's got USB-C, so it charges real quick as well. But yeah, with the triggers, they've got they're not just like pull and press a button anymore. There's a little gear inside the trigger, so it can change how stiff the trigger itself is. So like when I'm playing COD, different guns, the trigger is slightly different. There might be a click halfway through, and then if you pull again, that's when it actually fires the gun.
It's hard to get used to.
No, it's just like the first time you hit it, you're like, oh, hang on. And like some of them, like they won't have a click. They'll just be like real stiff and slow to pull in. If a gun jams, it'll just totally lock up the trigger itself.
Yeah.
I didn't think the controller would be that incredible, but when you play it, you're like, oh wow, yeah, this is what the new technology can actually do. So it's just hopeful that they actually use that in a heap of games. Like Call of Duty, Astros have been the biggest ones. NBA, Spider-Man, I haven't really noticed it, but yeah, definitely Call of Duty.
Yeah, I was going to say NBA would probably be a big one that they could utilise it with.
Especially I think the vibrate, they could, yeah. And especially, like the vibrations, they could do it so you can actually feel if someone's coming at you from behind, you can feel what side they're coming from.
Yeah, imagine feeling like players' footsteps on the court that are like closer to you, and like as they get closer, it vibrates a bit more and stuff like that. That'd be cool. Yeah, I'm sure we'll get there. Definitely
fun. I would hope that, like they always seem to do, they bring out the slim model and the smaller version. Hopefully they do that, because this thing is ridiculously huge.
Yeah, I've just been playing. Finally got Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. It's so good, man. Yeah, it's so fun. I love how like simple it is too, like with the challenges, like the same as it used to be. Like you just got to click off the 10 challenges per level. Like you got to collect skate, get the secret tape, like just do all that stuff. Like they haven't complicated it. It's just like just how it used to be. It's so fun. I'm loving it.
Yeah, they literally just made it look way better. They pretty much kept it exactly the same. It still feels the same.
Yeah, like, I haven't played in years, and I just picked up straight away, and just the controls just come back to me.
I picked it up and felt really crap at it straight away. I was like, oh, yep, I'm old and suck now.
Oh yeah, definitely a bit rusty. But I used to play it so much as a kid that you were just going at it, just knew everything. But yeah, it's good fun, man. I'm loving it. Every time I've got a spare few minutes, just fire it up. It's been good.
Anything else that you checked out?
Yeah, I did actually. A couple of movies on Netflix I didn't realise. I was just flicking through Netflix to see what was there. There was a movie that came out. Oh, I remember watching the trailer for it. It's called The Way Back. And it's got Ben Affleck in it. It's like he's... it's sort of like Coach Carter vibes, hey?
Yep.
So, like, Ben Affleck, he just plays this, like, alcoholic who was once, like, the best high school basketball player in the country. And, like, his former high school is, like, struggling in the, like, the state league. So, and I think it's like the Catholic school league as well. So, like, the priest or whatever who runs the school, they ring him up, saying, hey, we want you to come back and coach. And he ends up, like, turning the team around, taking it to the playoffs. And I think they might even end up winning the national championship. I forgot. Well, they definitely won, like, the state championship. Like, it was this huge turnaround in it, but he ends up like still carrying on like with his drinking, and then they end up getting rid of him like the day before like the championship game. So the boys have to go to the game without their coach. But yeah, it's a really good story. Really good story. And it's sort of like on the side too, he's like the sort of reason for he's like an alcoholic is because he's separated from his wife because I think their son died, like 10-year-old son died not too long ago of he had some like cancer. So it's like, yeah, it's a really good story, like really heartfelt and emotional movie. I liked it. And it's got basketball as well. It's the bonus. Yeah, it's just like a sort of newer version of Coach Carter, and he's like dealing with all these like troubled kids and whatnot. Ben Affleck's gun, bro.
He's so underrated, I reckon.
Oh, I love him.
Like, even as Batman, he was actually really cool as Batman.
Yeah. Yeah, so I was by coincidence, I watched that after watching Gone Girl, and like, yeah, he's just every role he does is good. Like, one of my favourite movies is the Town.
Yep.
He's he kills that. Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah. When you said the Way Back as an option, I was like, what the heck is this movie? And then when I saw him in it, I was like, oh, yep, I need to go watch this at some point.
Yeah, when I was flicking through Netflix, I was seeing it, I was like, oh my God, I remember watching the trailer for it ages ago. I never heard much noise about it when it got released, so they just sort of snuck it out. Mustn't have went to the movies. It only came out this year.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
I thought it was an old one. Yeah, it probably because of everything that's going on, they just went, yeah, let's just...
Yeah, I think so.
Slip it out on Netflix, or Netflix purchased it. And
yeah, it's like when they release what's coming to and from Netflix too, like they have that list like every month. I probably read, I didn't even, like the name probably didn't even click.
Yeah, it wouldn't have clicked with me at all until I saw like the thumbnail with him in it, and it was a basketball movie. I was like, oh, yep, that's something I need to watch.
Yeah, big Coach Carter vibes. That was good. And another Netflix original, His House. Another one I didn't even know it existed. You know, like them Netflix horrors. I think was it 1922? That was another one that like really good. That's just sitting there, no one talks about. But yeah, it's, His House was called Netflix original. It's pretty, I reckon chilling's the word, and there's a bit of like jump scare in it.
Is that the UK based one?
Yeah, so it's like this African couple who seek asylum to the UK on a boat, and like, on the way, their like adopted or stolen daughter, you could say, fell off the boat and drowned, and they didn't sort of go back to get her. They just like looked after themselves and kept going. Then when they get to the UK, they get put in this like scummy little village in London, and they put them in this like housing commission, and there's no furniture, and it's like run down, like something you'd see squatters in, and every night, like when the lights are out, both the couple get haunted by like the ghost of the girl that they left behind.
Okay.
And it was really good.
It's like proper scary?
It sort of was, eh? there was some stuff that like really got me.
Nice. I'll have to check that one out.
Definitely a lights on one.
Okay, yep. I might have to watch that one by myself. I'm not sure I can talk Lauren into watching more horror after what I put her through during October.
Oh, Halloween's on Netflix too now. The new one. That snuck itself on there.
Yeah. We've been trying to find the original.
Oh, yeah?
Like, because she's never seen that, but she's seen the newest one. And I was like, I will watch the original. And then it's nowhere to be found on streaming services. Like, my options were the Halloween remake, which is on Netflix. And then I think Shudder or Amazon have, I think it was Shudder, have Halloween 3, 4, and 5.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, nobody has Halloween 1? Like, what?
Yeah, well, there's got to be a reason for it. I remember I've watched it online in the last couple of years. I don't know, maybe I just found some sort of stream link for it.
It might have been on Netflix and then the new one came and they've just dropped it, but
yeah, probably.
I was like, God damn it. Could find all the sequels, but I couldn't find the original. I was like, are you kidding?
Yeah, Netflix got a couple of movies like that. It's frustrating. Yeah, they have a lot of good things on there. Then you're like, it's on there. Like Gatsby's a good example. Like it's on there for a month, and they'll take it off for a month, and they'll put it back on. And every time I want to go watch it again, I'm obsessed with it. It's such a good movie. But every time I want to go watch it again, I'm just like, it's not there. I'm like, oh my God, just leave it on there. It's a staple.
Yeah, That's the biggest problem with like streaming services. Like, yes, you have access to a ridiculous amount of movies, but you can sort of never be sure that they're going to be there when you want them to be.
Yeah, like you're adamant it's on there, then you G yourself up all day or all week to watch it. Like, yeah, I'm going to watch that on the weekend. Then you go to search for it, it's not there. Like, and you know it's there because you've watched it before. And then they've just taken it off for the month. It's frustrating.
Yeah, that's my favorite part about the new Google Chromecast.
Yeah.
That I've got on the Lounge Room TV. It's got a search function, and when you search, it literally searches all the apps that you have installed on it.
Ah, that's heaps good.
So you don't have to go through and be like, is it on Netflix? Nah. Is it on Stan? Nah. Is it on Amazon? Nah. You literally just search once and it'll pop up with wherever it's available. I'm like, that's so much better. That's how we worked out we couldn't find it.
See what Stan have done with, they got those sports contracts now? They're sort of turning into like a KO. It's been interesting. They got, I don't know if it's exclusive rights, but they got Wimbledon and might be Australian Open as well, and Roland Garros French Open. And I've seen a couple other sports they've picked up broadcasting rights for, which is huge.
Yeah, so they've definitely got exclusivity over rugby.
Yeah, it's rugby, that's right.
And I think, I'm not sure if it was exclusive, but they also have the rights to Wimbledon and Roland Garros.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it wasn't Australian Open. Yeah, it's the rugby is what I've first seen. So that's pretty interesting, eh? That's sort of the first power move from the movie streaming services to do that. The
thing I'm unsure about, though, is because every time I've seen the ads, it says in their new sport package. So is that going to be like an added thing that you have to pay a bit extra for per month?
You'd think so, eh? It'd only be a couple bucks, but yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, like even if it's only like $2 or $3 a month, like people will take it.
Yeah, well, like if you don't have a choice, like if it's not on free to air, like if they've completely taken exclusive rights, then you're gonna have to do it.
Yeah, especially if you're like a big rugby fan and want to watch all the Super Rugby and then the Wallabies games, like you literally have no other choice. But
well, it's good that they've had been having some rugby on free to air on Win. That's been good. Like, because I wouldn't normally watch it otherwise.
I love that there is a bit of competition now. It's not literally just Fox Sports.
I was thinking the other day, like, there's no reason why you need Foxtel these days. It's like expensive still. It's pricey.
Yeah, absolutely not. Like, if you just get KO and Binge, that's cheaper than having a monthly Foxtel subscription, and you get the exact same stuff.
KO has everything. Like, a thing I keep forgetting about KO too, like, you can actually watch channels, like, instead of just picking a sport, like a game you're going to watch, you can actually watch, like, channels, like ESPN and, like...
Yeah, you can just turn them on and let them play. Like...
Yeah, I keep forgetting about that. I need to start doing it more. But yeah, like, what else? The only thing I wanted to get Foxtel for was Sky Racing, but I've since realised, like, a couple of weeks ago, I got a web browser on my TV, and I just go into the tab app, then I just get it up full screen and just stream all day just on the web browser. So there's like no reason I need Foxtel. It's so pricey. Yeah. For their price, Foxtel is like... The only reason people have Foxtel now, I think, is for people like my nan and pop who sort of aren't tech savvy enough to run a KO on their TV. But yeah, true. It's still, not everyone has a fancy like smart TV too. Like, a lot of people have older TVs that you can't have a web browser or you can't stream like apps straight from.
Yeah, but then like you just get KO on your phone and get a Chromecast for $90 and you're sweet as.
Yeah, but like you said, that's rocket science to some people.
Yeah, like my nan and pop would have no hope of doing that, so they've just got a Foxtel box, which makes it easy. But
yeah, exactly. Even I'm struggling with my Chromecast at the moment because I got like the original ones, the first ones that come out, and it's just frustrating me. It's sort of too hard to set up because that was back before you needed the Google Home app to set it up. You just do it on a web browser. I'm just gonna need a new one, I think, because it's frustrating me.
Yeah, and it's a pain having to run things through your phone. Like, we've got the access to my nan and pop's Foxtel account, so like anytime I want to watch the darts or anything that's on Fox Sports.
Yeah.
There isn't an app on the new Chromecast, so I have to run it off my phone and then cast it to the TV.
Yeah, it's just, you just want everything on one.
So it's like that one extra step that's just a pain in the butt.
Oh, that's... but it's really not a pain, but it's a massive pain.
Yeah, like if I want to chuck Netflix on, I should just turned on and use the little remote and it's there. Like it's only 30 seconds extra, but it feels like such a bigger hassle now compared to...
It's a lifetime of inconvenience.
Oh yeah, so speaking of that sort of Netflix horror type thing, I watched a movie called Greta.
Yeah.
And it's a 2018 psychological thriller starring glowy Grace Moretz.
Has it got anything to do with Greta Thunberg?
No, thank goodness.
Good. I might be interested in watching it then.
This one follows a young girl called Frances, who's played by Chloe. And she finds a lost handbag on the subway and takes it back to the owner, who turns out to be this sort of lonely widow named Greta, played by Isabel Huppert. And this Greta has this really dark secret past and develops like an obsession with Chloe's character and begins sort of stalking her social media, constantly calling her and texting her. She shows up at her workplace, which is like this restaurant, and just stands outside and watches through the window, and just gets like really creepy. And
yeah, I'm having a look now. It looks interesting, eh? I've never heard of it.
I remember when it came out in 2018, I was invited to it and I had something on, so I couldn't go.
Yeah, right.
And someone else went, and I watched the trailer. I was like, that looks like a really cool movie. I'll have to check that out when it's available. And when it popped up on Netflix a week or two ago, and
yeah, sick. I might watch it this weekend.
Over the weekend, sat down with Lauren and watched it, and we were both just like, that movie goes places that you don't expect it to.
Yeah, it looks good, man. I like it.
Intense. It's actually really cool.
Yeah, it looks mad. See, love those random movies, man. They're just mad. They just surprise you.
Yeah, like, it doesn't do anything supernatural or ridiculous along that lines. It's just this messed up psychological movie about a crazy stalker, essentially.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you'll enjoy that one. That's definitely one that you would check out and enjoy.
Yeah, looks the goods for sure. You know, another one like that. I think it did blow up though. It was but Molly's Game. I never really looked into it too much, but then I just watched it. I was like, yeah, I'll check this out. But I was sort of half not realizing that it was the movie that everyone was like going on about. It was really good, eh?
Is that the poker or blackjack one?
Yeah. Where this so she starts out like just taking names on a door at this underground poker club, and like she sits there all night just like taking drink orders, and she sort of just learns herself like what the poker players are doing. Then she's like, hey, I can do this. So she starts taking the names and the contacts and saying, hey, come over to like starting her own little underground secret poker tournament, and poaches all the players, and she ends up making heaps of money. Ends up being like the biggest underground poker like dealer or game in the country sort of thing. It was really interesting. Yeah,
I remember when that first hit, Buddy was like, yeah, you need to check this out, and I never got around to it, so I might have to.
Yeah, it's just one of those ones that's like, yeah, whatever, it doesn't look like nothing special. Yeah, real good.
I might have to check that one out this weekend if we've got time.
Hopefully nothing but time for me this weekend, unless I get golf clubs, and I'll be straight out there. Heaps of juicy trades in the NBA just happened in the Savo. I'm just sort of just caught a glimpse of it now.
I saw the one this morning was
yeah, Chris Paul's going to Phoenix. That's insane for a fair few players, but that's going to be huge leadership for them.
Yeah, it sounds like OKC is blowing it up and starting again.
Yeah, well, they've got some young guys. Oh, and as well, but Dennis Schroeder's going from OKC to the Lakers, so that'd be a good shooter for us. So then they're not going to be left for much.
And yeah, not OKC. Houston are blowing it up.
Yeah.
Is Harden moving, or he wants to move?
I just seen something about Houston. Yeah. I think Harden wanted to go to.
He wants to go to Brooklyn.
The Nets. Yeah, I seen that the other day.
Jesus Christ, that place is going to be a cluster.
Bro, imagine Kyrie, Harden, and Durant. That's insanity. But Westbrook wants to leave Houston as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they're just going to have to blow it up and rebuild.
I did just see a trade from Houston. Oh, yeah. The Rockets are finalising a trade to send Robert Covington to Portland for Trevor Ariza. So, a bit of, yeah, it's all happening. How good's free agency? Love it.
Yeah, if Harden goes to Brooklyn, though, like, how is that team going to work?
Yeah, well, Kyrie's got to stay healthy.
And all three of them want the ball in their hand all the time. Like,
yeah, you got two of like the best shooters potentially of our generation in like Harden and Durant. Then you got Kyrie who just wants the ball himself as well. Be interesting.
Yeah, like I don't see how that team works.
Who else they got?
It'll be a fun to watch, but it'll be.
I was going to say they got J.J. Russell, but he left. So he was another one. He was like their big shooter at the time. Then look what's happened. No, it's good though. I don't mind it. It's the era of the super team. I'm liking it. Stack the teams. It's good. It's good to watch. I don't care if there's blowout games. I like it.
You would when you got the Lakers and they can just say, "We want you," and then players drop everything to go there.
It's struggled for 10 years, so now I'm getting a bit of glory going again.
Struggled for 10 years. It's the most bloody accoladed team in all time.
Yeah, but since 2010 to now, it's rough going. But speaking of the NBA, it starts soon. Like 6 weeks. I think 21st of December starts back up. So it's good to get a bit of sport happening again.
Yeah, it's like the Premier League where it feels like it only just finished and they were back again.
Yeah, found myself watching Women's Big Bash the other night.
Jeez, how bored were you?
I know, we need to get a bit of order back in the joint. Get some sport happening. I went to Origin the other night. That was good. It was good to watch a bit of footy in November.
Oh yeah, how was it?
Yeah, it was a really good game. But it was a good atmosphere. There was a sellout at ANZ, like 40,000 was the sellout, so half capacity. But yeah, it was insane. Really good night.
Like the Aussie women cricketers are great to watch, but the Big Bash
they're good.
The women's Big Bash does nothing for me at all.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but it was live sport.
See all the rule changes they're bringing in for the men's Big Bash this year?
I might have seen a couple. There's actually a couple.
It is becoming such a circus.
It has so much potential. It's not been run properly. It could be huge.
And yeah, they change it every year. Like, just leave it. Let it build a bit.
It's got such a good platform.
Yeah, like every night there's a game on. That's all you need. You don't need... Like, the new rules are something like the first 4 overs are like a power play type deal.
Yeah, just keep it. 2020 is good enough as it is. Like the just original 2020 rules.
But then there's another... The batters have a choice of 2 extra overs at any time they want.
Really? I haven't read about these.
Yeah, so it's essentially the same. Like, they can't put fielders out of the circle for 2 overs. Both teams can have a 12th and 13th man who at any point can like sub in for a player. So
wow, that's pretty big.
Like, yeah, they can only sub in once, but like you pick your 13 or 14, you could stack that first 11 with an extra bowler, and then when you find out you're batting, you can sub out one of those bowlers. So like I don't mind that one, but it's also...
That's pretty big though. Yeah, like you said, you can have an extra bowler in your 11.
Yeah.
Then when it's time to bat, you sub in your batsman at 12 or 13. Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, and I think the rule is like if you're subbing a bowler for a batter, that bowler can't have bowled multiple overs or stuff like that. So like...
yeah, they definitely have a maximum overs, yeah. Can't bowl a full spell.
If you have that extra bowler in the first innings and they bowl their 4, you can't then sub them in the second innings, which makes sense. So
yeah, it's interesting. Wonder what they're trying to do, because it's entertaining enough as it is. You don't want to complicate it too much.
Exactly. Like, that's why when I saw the changes, I was like, it's going to get too complex where people are just like, I don't know what's happening. Like,
what's their target demographic? Like, you just see families and like kids at the game, and like kids are just going to be like, what is going on?
Yeah, they just need to keep it simple.
Yeah. But yeah, it's good that it's live every night. That's the best part about it.
Yeah, that's my favourite part about summer.
And they need to knock it out. I think last year it dragged on a bit too much. And people started to lose interest because they lost heaps of ratings and heaps of audience numbers towards the end of it. I think it just went on too far.
Yeah, because I think they had to play each other like 3 or 4 times, and yeah, the season was too long. Whereas I think the year before was where they found that perfect sweet spot of, I'm not sure if everyone played each other twice, but you at least played the majority of teams twice. I think it was, yeah, you played everyone twice, and then the finals. But it was like the perfect filler of like a couple of months, a game every night. Friday and Saturday had 2 games. It was perfect.
Yeah, that's all you needed. Yeah, the other games were the best, like the early game. Started the night off perfect.
Yep.
But yeah, I think because everyone liked it when they were off work and they were just at home all day and every night like doing nothing. But yeah, people started to go back in work in January. Then it's on midweek, like people are working, and it's just, everyone's like, yeah, I'm over this.
Yeah, but like during the week, like yeah, you just have that one game, and it's the perfect like come home, you have dinner, like whether it's a barbie or something at home, you just chuck that on, have that on the background while you're eating dinner. It's perfect.
Oh, the best. The best. Yeah, if you're down at the pub or something for dinner midweek and there's always a game on, it's good. I like it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I never used to get into it, but yeah, once it's sort of crucial for summer now. It's a part of summer.
Yeah. And who's your tip for the Origin decider? Thankfully, it went to a decider.
Honestly, man, I actually picked Queensland to win. I had money on them too. I picked them to win the first game. I thought that team, I was very underappreciated, that team. Like, everyone was just completely writing them off, but I still thought it was a pretty good team, and they ended up winning. New South Wales way too good in the second game. Obviously, that's how they played like everyone expected them to. But I honestly think Queensland, it's like in Queensland too, like they're very hard to beat, and it's going to be a complete sellout there at capacity. I honestly think Queensland are winning that game. Munster's in as well, but I think Xavier Coates is questionable still, which is a pretty big out.
I think Munster coming back is the big one.
Oh, you see what happened? Like he was on the field for 9 minutes or something, and that was their downfall.
That's it. That's what I was gonna say. Like, yeah, Munster going out so early in game 2 definitely hurt them a lot.
I think Jake Friends is probably their second biggest impact player. Like he should have played Origin years ago, which he obviously couldn't because of Cameron Smith. But I think he's a big one. But yeah, if Munster plays and he's healthy, I think Queensland had a real big chance.
But there was no way he was coming back on.
No, he was cold, and he couldn't even walk himself off the field. And they sort of the water runner sort of delayed it a bit too. They sort of deciding if he's staying. I was like, how is this even a decision? Like he has to be off. He was out cold.
Yeah, when he stood up and couldn't walk, I was like, yeah, he's done. Like he's not passing a concussion test. He's just
almost surprised he's allowed to play a week later.
Yeah, I'm assuming they've done all the testing and he's back at his levels. So, but it was a scary thing. Like he was a mess.
Yeah.
The fact that they even considered him staying on was ridiculous.
But yeah, definitely Queensland, big chance.
And then Boyd Cordner, he's like, surely someone steps in and be like, you got to give it up, hang the boots up. You've got issues.
Oh, how is he allowed to keep playing? Well, someone blew up in the media the other day saying just leave it to the experts. Like they have all their club doctors and all their medical experts are saying like he's right, but everyone on the sidelines like us is saying, no, what would we know? He should be off, but I don't know, man. I don't know another player that's had that many concussions and HIAs.
Yeah, well, I think he's had half a dozen this season. It's like
so many head knocks. Yeah, insane.
And once you have them, then you're more susceptible to them. So it's like, I think it's time to hang them up. But
I think in his career, like 20-something times, he's been knocked out in the field. It's crazy.
Yeah, and with everything we know about.
Let's imagine the long-term effect. Yeah, no, and look, all the stuff we know too. Like all the research that's been done about that. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Yeah,
with everything we know now, it's not worth it. Like, retire and go and work on the footy show or something. They'll take you.
Yeah, like have an extended off season. Like it's going to come around short for them. Like with the guys playing Origin, like especially the guys that played finals, they're gone straight from the bubble of their team to the Origin bubble.
Yeah, and then they're only going to have a few weeks off, and they'll be.
Because I think they go back to training for like 2 or 3 weeks before Christmas and have another couple of weeks off, and they're back into it full tilt New Year's.
Yeah, crazy.
Oh, well, what do we know?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been concussed, so I probably can't say much.
No, I haven't either.
Don't really want to.
Yeah, yeah. I hope I don't hit myself in the head with a golf ball.
Yeah, don't do what Buddy does. Don't walk around with headphones in.
Yeah, no, that's silly.
Yeah, I said to him last week, he was talking about some audio book about Trump playing golf, and I was like, so do you listen to that while you play golf? He's like, no, that feels like a surefire way of copping a golf ball in the head.
Yeah, surely that's distracting. So a lot of people go running with headphones. Most people like run with headphones in and music. I don't know how they do it. I can't do it. It's just too distracting. And like, yeah, another thing, like, depends where you're running. Like if you're on the road, like, you can't hear what's going on around you. Same as like when I go cycling, like I refuse to have any headphones in or anything. It's just too dangerous.
Yeah, nah. On a push bike, I definitely wouldn't. Like,
yeah, but yeah, like people that run on the road, it's the same. Like they can't hear you coming.
No. I wear them when I'm walking Toby, but like when I walk him, it's over at the beach where there's just nothing around, and like as long as I've got my eyes on him, it's not. I'm not going to see another dog's not going to attack him. Like, as long as I pay attention, it's fine.
Yeah. Oh, well, there'll be a law against it one day, I reckon. People going for runs with headphones in, like on the road. Probably not even allowed to run on the road anyway.
Even like in the city, you see people just walking around with their headphones in and not like noticing.
Yeah. Oh, it happens all the time in the city. Like people catching the train. Like
intersections, people just walk out in front of you. You're like, whoa.
Yeah, they can't hear you beeping, you can't hear them yelling, can't hear the traffic lights.
Yeah, I'm sure I've almost ran over people. Like they're staring at their phone, they've got their headphones in, and they just step out in front of you.
Even people that drive with headphones in. Like people that drive with headphones in, it's dangerous.
Yeah, I've seen that. I'm pretty sure that's illegal, but I've definitely seen people do it.
Yeah, it'd have to be.
Because you can't hear anything.
Very distracting. Yeah, it's stupid.
It's called Bluetooth on your car radio. Finance. That's all you need.
Yeah, taxi drivers and Uber drivers are probably most guilty for it too.
Yeah. What is your top reco for the week?
Yeah, I reckon check out The Way Back, the Ben Affleck basketball movie. Very good. It's on Netflix. Go watch it on Netflix while it's still on there.
Nice. Yeah, I'm going to recommend another Netflix one, Greta.
Yeah, cool. It definitely looks like my alley.
Knew it was going to be like decent, but it was better than I thought. So thank you for listening to the commentary booth. If you enjoyed the show, please remember to rate, review, and subscribe. You can follow me on social media at JamieAppsMedia, and you can follow Blake over on Twitter at Captain Crumbs with a Z.
Thank you.
The Commentary Booth is a fan-funded production of Jamie Apps Media. You can support the podcast alongside our magazine Jam Zine over on Patreon at patreon.com/Jamie Apps Media. The following people supported at the Jam publisher level or higher, and you cannot fathom how incredibly appreciative we are for their support. Brian and June Hart, Courtney Paulson, Tracy Apps.